well, there might be some reason why they're all saying that. There might be some validity to that. That's the universality of truth. One of the things that is very universal around food is a prayer before you eat. I personally am not affiliated with a religion, so I don't have a religious prayer. But I think I'm smart enough to, once I realize this universality, to not throw out the baby with the bathwater. So I started looking at what is a prayer? Well, from the perspective of positive psychology, a prayer is two components. It's a gratitude practice. Thank you, Lord, for my blessings. Thank you, Allah, for my life. Thank you, Great Spirit in the sky, for the beautiful crops. Whatever that might be. And the second step is a forward wish, an intention, a manifestation idea. I would like to be more patient. I would like to spend more time with my kids. I would like to be stronger. I would like to, whatever that might be. Right? You're asking for the wish. So the two steps of prayer are gratitude and intention. So if we look at what gratitude does, gratitude brings down the stress levels in the body. Gratitude tells your system it's okay, it's safe. You know, I have things to be grateful for, you know, because you make yourself mindful, you make yourself aware of the good things in your life. That's why you're doing a gratitude. I'm so happy that I have a roof over my head. I'm so happy that we're all sitting here right now having this conversation. I'm so happy that there's music and there are people out there. You know? And the important part with prayers, of course, is that it has to be heartfelt. You know, you see people and they pray and they're like, "Dear Lord, blah, 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 blah." Okay, cool, that was it. That was my prayer. Yeah, but that's just words. That doesn't mean anything. It's the intention that means something. You know, if I go to a dog and say, "Oh, you're such an asshole. You're such a stupid dog. You suck." The dog's like, "Oh, this is awesome." Right? Because there's no meaning in those words. But if I go to a dog and go, "I love you. You're the best." The dog's like, "Oh shit, what the hell is going on?" You trigger the stress in the dog. So the meaning is not in the words. The meaning is in the intention. The same thing for us. If you do this prayer, if you do a prayer that is meaningless because you're just saying a bunch of words, my understanding, my belief is that it doesn't go anywhere. You know, but I noticed that if I say a real prayer that's really heartfelt, I can get goosebumps. I'm a bit of a sap. I have a tendency to then also get, like, my eyes get a little teary and a little red, and I really feel it. Well, now I know there's chemistry going on in my body. And, you know, it's a separate conversation whether or not there is a connection to a divine and what the divine looks like and all that. You know, we'll leave that conversation to another time. But right now we're talking about this brain hacking. I know that when I have a gratitude practice where I really feel it in my body, as we just talked about in the beginning, what is an emotion? Emotion is when you feel it in your body. Well, if I now have an emotionally felt gratitude, I know that there's something happening in my body that's changing. That's why I'm feeling it. There is something different. And one of the things that's different is that it's also changing the chemistry cocktail in my brain. And here we come back to supercharged brain hacking. We're not just brain hacking, we're supercharging it. And the reason I say that is because we're going to supercharge it with our own brain chemistry. So we're going to hitchhike off of the effect of, hey, our brains, our subconscious brain, our limbic system has this chemical triggering that is so deeply embedded because it's tied to our survival drive, and our survival drive is the most potent drive that we have as an organism. The survival drive chemistry that we have embedded is this dopamine serotonin cycle when we find the fruit. Remember we talked about that? So it's that connection. Okay, this is important to remember. There's a food source. That increases my survival. I need to remember that. So when we are around food, when we're about to eat, our body goes into this state of, ooh, I need to remember stuff right now because this is important. This increases my survival. So now you see where this is going. When we're around food, our subconscious brain gets triggered into a state of learning. Well, if I want to change ideas, or if I want to bring ideas that I'm conscious of, and I want to bring them into my subconsciousness, so that when I'm reactive, when I'm out of my mind, I can rely on the programs that I put in there to serve me, that I don't have regret afterward, because now I know that when my hands are off the wheel, the car is still driving in the direction that I want it to, because I've programmed it the right way. Now I can trust myself a little better. I know it's in there. Well, we're going to eat. The brain, the subconscious brain says, ooh, pay attention. Survival likelihood is increased. I have to pay attention to what's going on. Now I piggyback on that idea and say, next time I'm stressed, I want to be able to take a deeper breath and I want to stay clear. Now I'm hijacking this idea into this part of my brain, and I'm instilling it to become part of that subconscious program. Now this is not a magic wand. It's not like, you do it once and boom, next time you're fine. It requires repetition. But what's the cool thing about eating meals? If all is well, we're doing it 3 times a day. Muslims pray 5 times a day. How many of us meditate 5 times a day? I don't. How many of us say, I should really meditate more often? And how many actually do? I don't. But I can't get around eating. I'm going to eat 3 times a day. So if I anchor my prayer, if I anchor my meditation, if I anchor my self-hypnotic induction, whatever term is most comfortable to you, to me they're all the same thing. But choose the word that's most comfortable to you. So if to you prayer is an uncomfortable term, call it self-hypnotic induction if that's more comfortable to you. And just say to yourself, before a meal, I'm going to take 1 minute or 30 seconds to do the repetition of my self-hypnotic induction for my own betterment, for my own growth, it serves my purpose. And now, because I'm doing that 3 times a day while my brain is in this higher state of consciousness and learning on that subconscious, shouldn't call it consciousness, it's on this higher level of learning in that limbic system, in that subconscious level, it's setting up patterns.